Hey everybody, it's Mama OG. I am back with another reaction. Tonight, I'm going to go ahead and listen to Rush YYZ live in Rio. Now, I am familiar with this song, quite familiar, in fact, but I have never seen this live performance in Rio. You know how I always talk about how I see a lot of thumbnails to certain reactions to certain songs? This is another one. I've been seeing this little thumbnail, a bunch of people reacting to this for years. Never watched it. I've never seen it. I haven't seen a whole lot of live Rush stuff at all. So that's something I thought I would go ahead and do, even though I've heard the song. Never seen this live performance. I understand that this is epic, though. I've got my earbuds in. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Gotta be a Rush, no pun intended. Listen to them. Listen to them. They're singing the guitar parts. Go on that bass guitar. Crowd is crazy. That crowd was crazy. And when they were all jumping too at the same time, I say it every time I talk about Rush. Three master musicians. I heard Getty, I heard Neil, and I heard Alex, all individually in their genius, just making magic. Probably one of the biggest regrets of my life is never having seen Rush live. Mike, my partner, has seen them a few times, and I kind of live vicariously through his stories. I've loved them since I probably the maybe late 70s or early 80s. I was into them back then, and there's this weird phenomenon that back in the day, not a lot of people were really to Getty's voice. They were like, oh, that's a little too high pitched. It's not my thing. So a lot of people criticized him for that. And I thought it was incredible even back then. And then now in the reaction world, the last few years that I've seen people react to his voice, it's quite the opposite. It's just interesting how it's different generations have reacted to um, his voice in particular differently. Even back then, for me, I didn't know how amazing musicians they were. I only started paying attention to that in my adult life. I can kind of remember when it hit me, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, this has been around pretty much my whole life, and I never really realized it. Better late than never, as I always say, I guess. That was incredible. The energy of that crowd was, I couldn't imagine being there in person. One thing I said during the reaction, they were singing the guitar parts. It's kind of an inside joke with my daughter and I. Like when we were riding around in the car, I think at one day in particular, she was like, she was singing a guitar part in a song. And I do that all the time. And it was kind of this unconscious connection that we made musically, which was really cool at the time. We both sing guitar parts. That was incredible. I'm glad that I finally saw that. Can tick that one off of my list. Probably do a reaction compilation to this particular video. That was awesome. Thank you so much for being here to watch, and I will see you next time.